army had their own way of doing things, and you know, there wasn't one set way. So like, you can see it in the tanks. You can see the German tank is very different to the British tank, and that's exactly the same with the weaponry. I mean, they may have thought this might be a good idea. Other armies didn't think so.
Yeah, what's really cool is that it's a balance of, you know, the testing of what we saw in World War I, the weaponry that we saw being tested in that time period, as well as what let's see, hopefully they could pull out the W here. Well,
obviously we've seen a lot of weapons here so far. We've seen gadgets and things, but maybe people don't know all the weapons that are on offer. So first of all, you've got semi-automatic rifles. You've also got SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, and you've got some pistols in there as well. So there's a full set of weaponry, just like you'd expect from a Battlefield game.
Yeah, we were talking about it before just a little bit. You know, the gadgets, you're going to see anti-vehicle grenades for the assault, trip mines for the support, as well as ammo bags for the support.
Correct.
You're also going to see the medic bag and the revived syringe, which you may have caught a couple times in some of the videos for the medic position. And then you have the signal flare, which spots enemies for the sniper. That's quite exciting stuff. And then the rocket gun for the assault. Now, we haven't seen rocket gun be used just yet, but essentially what it is, it's exactly as it sounds.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a rocket gun, but in order for you to fire it, you have to go prone.
Or you can set it up behind cover, and then you can use it as a resting point, and then you fire it. It really does have some extreme power behind it as well. So if you can use it effectively, you've got the opportunity to do some serious damage.
And then the last thing I want to talk about are the anti.
Now, obviously, it's nowhere near as effective as like the anti-tank grenade, but you've still got the opportunity as the scout class to, just honing in on a gunfight there, but you have the opportunity to maybe help your team take down a vehicle. You could take it down if it had a little health left, but you still feel like you've actually got a chance in that fight between you, just one infantry player and a massive tank.
Yeah. And I have to say, man, X Factor has been so impressive. He's been a one-man army, going for the tanks, going for the close-range gameplay, even playing some range. And just look at the way that he is absolutely lighting up the other team. They are approaching him from all angles, and he is holding it down. I believe this is his teammate as well. No, that was not. It was evidenced by that there. So that was 249. And also, I just want to highlight something too. So, you guys may have noticed that you see a couple doors, scattered about. And here's the good news: there's this really cool and a good revive there. Nice,
fantastic. Nice to see.
Good work. That was going to be Matt there with that revive. So, I just want to note one of the coolest things that they added in Battlefield 1. Is Johnny. It's awesome. I love it.
You don't have to stop at the door anymore, which is actually a limitation of some of the older games where you had to wait for the pop-up to come up, and then you could open the door again. You could, of course, blow the door off and then not have that option, but now you've got literally just charge straight through it, full speed, and you don't have to slow down, and the enemy doesn't have that chance to get away anymore.
Great shots there.
A little bit of a bombing run.
Oh, nice. Not bad. And again, you know, they have so many great players here, from guys who come from the Battlefield community, popular content creators, and of course our celebrities that are here playing today. So you're seeing just a diverse mix of skill here. But what's really cool and always impresses me is air gameplay, man. Because I can't control a plane to save my life. It is like the saddest.
Might be a little bit more helpful in that situation.
Yeah, and the sidearms too, they have a lot of kick to them as
yeah,
well.
Definitely.
You know, in previous Battlefields, I would be able to whip out the sidearm and get some reasonable shots at a distance. This time around, though, not the same thing. That gun has a lot of kick to it, as do a lot of the weapons in this game. You know, they have a lot of kick. You know, a lot of different bullet drop as well as drag. There's just a lot of different gameplay mechanics at play here. And also, you had mentioned before, or you alluded to it, Wesley. You pointed to me. The airship has arrived.
Yeah, it's coming back in again, so we might get a shot of that in a minute. And actually, what we should do is maybe just go into a little bit more about the airship and maybe see if we can show some of the power that it possesses, because it was good to see like people firing off some of those shots, showing what damage it does on the ground. Be interesting to see.
Feels bad, man. No, he's typing it.
Here it comes. Bad, here it comes.
It's great.
And one thing that I think we will mention about this airship is that it is fully controllable by the player. Now, in the past, you might have noticed some of the bigger objects in the Battlefield games, but this one is fully controllable by the player. So all that power, you can take it wherever you like. But obviously, it's a huge object in the sky. It's not like it can turn around in a couple of seconds. So if you want to go somewhere, you better pick that out in your head just as you start using it and then head for it. Don't change your mind, because it takes a long time for it to move around. And you could obviously get taken down by that point and not be as effective.
Also, I want to note too, you saw when he picked up the, you picked up that mounted machine gun there.
Yeah.
Visibility, right? A lot of these weapons, even when you talk about the airship, right, and like what it's able to do, what it's not able to do, it's still a behemoth, right? But, at that time, right, visibility was very limited.
Yeah.
It was all about protecting yourself. So you'd see like shielding like all over the place.
Yeah.
Even like some of the armor that you would see back then, because they actually wore full armor in World War I.
Yep.
It was insane, right? Especially with the weaponry that was. Great run here with the plane. Does a substantial amount of damage there, coming back in for another run. And there's a lot of things that we can cover about this game. You're even seeing it here, actually, when X Factor was looking at it. You can see that wherever there's an explosion, right?
Oh, we
goodness.
got taken down.
That's unfortunate. Big Star just ran him over. So, one thing to note, when a tank, explodes, right? When you shoot a shell into the ground, that ground now actually changes shape, right? It's fully deforming. Like you can just lower the ground a little bit to give yourself just a tad bit more cover. And now we're starting to see the rain come into play. So it started off as a beautiful sunny day in St. Quentin Scar,
and now it's raining.
Oh, but rain is beautiful in this game.
Well, I mean, like we were saying, this changes visibility, and for people like pilots in the sky, even like you're having to drive through rain now. Maybe you haven't quite got the visibility on that other plane that you were looking to try and take down. Perhaps you need to change up your tactics, try and take people down on the ground instead.
Here comes the rain, folks, and look at that sight.
It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at all the background imagery as well. Look how far you can see. You can really see like the battle beyond what you're playing is going on in there as well.
That's actually pretty cool. That was a good shot. Way to go, production team. Good job. Good job.
The airship doesn't appear to have been damaged all that much. And again, it's the British Army that have got it. So
no, they're doing quite a bit of damage. As a matter of fact,